Hi everyone, good morning. So today's topic is that how to schedule payment process request in Fusion Payables. So ideally we can call it as this is PPR, the short form. So this is one of the process where the clients are using on day-to-day activities to release the supplier payments in bulk. So for that we'll use PPR batch payment on daily basis or based on the client requirement. Ideally they used to use twice or thrice in a week, right? So this is the topic today which you're going to describing. And coming to the main, the prerequisites are, so what are the prerequisites we supposed to complete before to schedule this program? I can say this is program, or I can say this is ESS job also, right? So here I noticed, or I dropped on the list of prerequisites here. We'll walk through one by one, and then we'll move, we'll move to the application to understand, or we'll do the one test case, how to do that end-to-end steps as well as. So ideally, we need to configure bank account, and branch, etc., and payment format. This is the most important, significant task. And the payment document number is nothing but as what we are going to use. Check, if let's say check. So what are the instrument numbers we need to use for the check payment? And the payment process profile. This is nothing but as the seeded things which we want to cover in this triple P. And PPR template, nothing but as a payment process request. So once we complete this all the prerequisites configurations part in the application, and then we can schedule this PPR batch payment process. So we'll get into application. Yeah. So already I did log in my application here. If you notice here. So before getting to that, just I want to give high level information for PPR schedule process. So if I processed or if I schedule this program, so we have scheduled the particular ESS job. So thus the particular user or the particular, let's say example, service accounts. Ideally, the clients are using their own service accounts, which would be kind of the common generic user ID passwords. And here the training purpose, demo purpose, I have used my ID. So that's why I'm getting this email notifications. The says that I have scheduled this program for every 5 minutes, just demo purpose. So that's where I'm getting these notifications here every 5 minutes. This will get incremental as subsequent and daily basis, right? So first we'll get into the application here instead of the payables. So what's supposed to be done? So what I will do, let's get into payments. Yeah. So this is the screen which we can manage all the activities related to your day-to-day activities of payment process request, right? So in the right hand side, you can see the task panel, which content of them all the activities. Here you can see that the major categories, I would say payments, accounting, and then payables periods, and a customer and a supplier balance netting offs. So there are many are here, right? So now you can see here we are going to managing this one, submitting payment process request, managing payment process request, and manage payment process request template. So these are the three are there. These are most important things. And if at all the clients or the business users wants to release any specific supplier payments, then they can go ahead and click on create payment, single payment. Here we can create single payment for suppliers. If you want to bulk payments, then you should go for the PPR request, right? So first, what I will do, I will go to create PPR triple P, so payment process pro, profile. So, payment process 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 profile So here just click on search. If you go and click on search here, this would be called as a global search, which will comes under the across all the applications. So here I already have the task name, manage payment process profile. Just click on search. Here you go. See, if you want to see any existed triple P, then you can go and search on. You will get all of them. Or if you want to create any new things, just come here and click on plus symbol or add symbol. Yeah. So here you can provide the triple P name. Just say example, vision hyphen September 30th. So this is my code name and code as well as same. Copy paste here from date when you are going to use this particular profile. So just example I'm giving January 23 and select payment file format, right? That's what I mentioned in the prerequisite. This is the most important configuration. So time being, I'm selecting as a standard, which is already provided by Oracle. Standard check format and processing type. Which type of processing you're going to do that? Either electronic or printed. So since I have selected as check format, so that I can go and take it as printed here. And then if you want to provide default payment document number, that you can provide it. If not required, just you can leave it as it is. It's not a mandatory setup. And if you are using, let's say example, if you want to print the check, then you have to select the printer also. But this is a demo instance, which is not available for us now. But in the real time, when you go to the client place, like these things are available to set up all the printer and everything with the help of the technical team, right? So here you can see the notice there are a couple of very significant of the tabs are available. I would say usage role, how we are going to use this particular triple P for our release the supplier payments. So here you can see under that payment method, disbursement bank account. This is nothing but as a disbursement bank account, nothing but as where we are going to release the supplier payments through the bank account, and business unit and currency. These are the four sub tabs are playing very key role on the triple P. So if you want to have any specific payment method, yes, then you can select the specific thing. Let's say example, I want to make the payment only for the check payment. In this case, select specify and give the check payment here. Just select as a check. Check. Similarly, bank account. Which bank account you want to release the payments? Since we have the demo instance, right? So that we have buffer account, Bank of America 2869. And bank business unit, which business you want to use it. So since we are going to use only ES business unit, just scroll down. We'll go and search it for ES1. Sorry. And specific currency. If you're not specify the currency, since it is a demo instance, you'll get everything, so that I don't want to do that mess up. So I want to be very specific what I'm going to do it right now. So that I will select only ESD. And if you're a client place, then from there or where they are going to use these particular things and all the currencies, based on that you can select the currency here, the specific format. So, and also I will tell you one more thing, as much as how many you want, you can create triple P's here, payment process profiles. You can create based on the client requirement. If there is no any limitation further to create PPRs, right? So I have given these things and go to the next tab, payment system. So timing, it is not required here. If you want, you can select the payment system which you want to use it, and payment. Here, what is happening? Document grouping rules. By selecting these particular checkboxes, according to the document will get group the your payments. Let's say example, due date or remittance message or settlement priority, payment reason, and a delivery channel, whatever the things you want, or payment file. This is something where it is saying that other thing, creation rules, similar kind of here payments, right? So this is nothing majority times will not be using much more. and grouping. This is also kind of like, we're not using much because how you're going to use this particular transaction grouping role, whether payment date or disbursement bank account, so on. And reporting, payment file register. When do you want to select, generate this one, right? So you can click on either which one you want to have. Payment file register format and positive pay. Well, positive pay is nothing but after we release the payments from cloud payables. So this particular positive pay file will be generated and it will transfer to the bank. The reason being of this one is that, so how many checks we have been issued to the suppliers. In this particular payment pay register will have that information. So that's where it is talking about it. So ideally all the clients, they will be using this particular positive pay format as a register, right? You can see here format. See here, automatically transmit file. If you select this checkbox, what will happen? So the moment when I select this particular automatically transmit file, so what will happen based on the configurations, let's say example, MFT server and SFT servers, which already been configured on the application. So the moment when I complete the PPR batch payment, after completion of the process, automatically this file will get generated and it will transfer from Oracle Cloud Payables to your respective bank directly server, because that is how we have selected this feature. Says that automatically transmit file. If you don't want to transfer this file and the business user wants to send after reviewing the manually, yes, then you need to select this checkbox. And separate remittance advice. This is most important thing, because the moment when I select this particular thing, what is happening here, you can say separate remittance advice. Whenever we are going to release the supplier payments against their invoices, so the particular supplier, they will be getting notification says that this is the payment which is we are going to releasing against these invoices. So this is what it is saying as a separate remittance advice. So which forward you want to send it here? Select this. This is a seeded one. If you want to custom, you can create it or you can use the same thing. And here, automatically submit when payments are confirmed or allow multiple copies for payment file. So ideally, we will select only first one if required. Right? Automatically submit when payments are confirmed. In this case, the moment when I complete the process of the PPR or PPR, so then automatically subsequently this program will get generated and start sending the separate remittance advice. In the short form, I can say SRA, separate remittance advice to suppliers register email ID which we configured in the supplier at the time of creation. And regulatory reports, this is not required much. And here you can see condition, all payments are specific one. Yes, all payments. And the delivery method, which method you want to send this particular SRA to the suppliers. So here we have seen a lot of couple of list of values, email, fax, printed, and email with the PDF as attachment. Ideally, it has to go with the email with the PDF as attachment. In this case, if you select this particular feature, what will happen? So when the email is going to the respective supplier, it will go with a PDF attachment with the invoice details as well as allowing the payment details. So that is the benefit the supplier will get it. Right. And additional information. Here, if you want to capture any additional things, that would be possible. Now it is not required. Yes, I have given all the required information here. So again, I'm telling that the point here, make a note of it. There is no limitation of the number of creation of the triple Ps, payment process profile, because based on requirement, we can create n number of triple Ps and associate with the respective bank accounts. And save. Save and close. So now I have created the triple P. What I will do right now, I'll go and create PPR template, which is most important thing. Just for that, to create PPR, you should come to payments, click on that, And the right hand side, you can see the task menu task. Here you can select manage. If you scroll towards right, here you can see payment process request template. Just click on that. Here you can see how to create here, which tab I need to use it, right? So this is the latest version. If you want to see the latest version, for that you should go here, click on about this application. It will give the version now 23C, which means that which is very latest version of the cloud application. Close it. And here you can see action tab. Here you can click on create or come here. Here also we have the option to create it. Don't get confused. You can have the here you can see the multiple options to create it, right? This is the page where you can create the template for a payment process request. Here you can see the task name called as a create payment process request template. So I will give here Vision PPR September. So this is the my template name, and how you are going to do that. I mean, just which type of that you are going to use it daily. And description. So I can give you a demo. You can select the pay through days is that 0, keep it as 0, and the payment priority is 1. We set two payment priority 99 is common, and date basis either pay date or due date, whichever date. So you can keep it as a pay date, and select early payment invoices. If you want, you can, or you don't want, you can ignore it. And here you can see that there are a couple of features are there which we need to use it, right? Payment, if you want to use this particular PPR template, any specific group, let's say example, the client is using more than 10 or 15 payment groups, right? In this case, like each group can have the different or multiple payment process request templates. So here, I don't want to use any specific. And currency, invoice currency is that I can use only for USD. Keep it as a USD since you are using for US business unit. And go to the business here. Again, you can keep it as, here you can keep as all or specifically. And here you can sources, you can keep everything as it is. And here notice one point, payment method. If you're not specify here the payment method which you're going to use this template, if you keep it as a blank, then it will pull all the things which is relevant to all the payment methods, so that it will be very cumbersome for us to make the payments. In this case, what we'll do, we'll select the specific format. We're going to use for this one only for check, so that you can select this check payment method and save it. This is one part. And second part is that this is the selection criteria. Now, which is most important thing is that payment and processing option. So here you can understand that payment and processing option. This is the page where it is holding all the information, which is banking or bank account and a disbursement bank account and payment document and a triple B, which we already created here, right? So now you can select here disbursement bank account is nothing but as a BOPA account, which already we selected in the PPR or triple P, right? 2869. And once you select the disbursement bank account, payment document field will get automatically enabled. Here you can select which is the right one. Check stock A. And here you can select this, which you have created Vision, right? So select Vision. Okay, don't worry. Just go and click on search. You can take it out. Vision. Yes, okay. Just keep remember one thing. This is which we are going to scheduling. So I don't want to enable this checkbox, because if I enable this checkbox, review proposed payments, the system what will do, it will stop at every action point. So I don't want to do that, because this is schedule one, automatically this process has to happen, right? So I will disable it. And here click on apply credits up to 0 amounts payments. And here create payment files immediately. Yes. The moment I complete the process, automatically the system will generate the payment file, which can be transferred to the bank to release the payments. So this is important. Just keep in mind, if client will be asked a question, we will ask one question. So if which are the fields I need to enable it here? When you're going to scheduling, yes, you need to select only these two, and read these two. Review installments and review proposed payments are not required at all. If the business user wants to run manually, then yes, they can use these things because they want to review each supplier payments before building and everything, right? So that they want to review all of them manually for each action. That by the time only we have to select these two checkboxes. Another things is not required since you are not using any payment approvals, so it is not required. Yes, move on. Just save the record now. Save. Save and close. Yes. So now we have created a payment process profile and payment process request template as well as. So now what can be done? So our target is that we need to schedule this program. Just go to navigation here, go to tools. This is client requirement which we have done recently. Okay. So after go live, they will ask us to schedule some certain uh, payments which they want to use on daily basis, right? So that this is the real-time requirement, so which will be used for who is learning this course. Go to tools, click on schedule process, click on schedule new process. Yes, here you can see initiate. Yes, initiate payment process request. This is the, just keep in mind, this is the job, ESA job name, which is supposed to be selected. Just tab out. Description, you can read the description, you'll understand. Initiate payment process, processing for pay invoices, right? Just click on OK. Yeah, template. See here, you can notice that template and submit payment selection report. Yes or no? Yes. Right? Template. This template is nothing but it is referring towards what we have created, the payment process request template. That is what it is here. So don't get confused here. This is the only simple way of to understand it. Template is nothing but which we have created the template name called as a payment process request template. Just click on here. You can see these many things are already got created by some other people. So here I can set a vision which we created, right? Just click on vision. Yes, this is the one which we created. And here you can see the 4 tabs are there. I think you guys are aware of it. Cancel. So now, so where should I go and click to schedule out, right? So here we can see the tab called as advanced. Click on advanced tab, which will give the flexibility to schedule the program. So here you can see parameters. These 2 parameters already we have given, and a schedule. This is the tab which is useful for us to schedule it. Under that, we can see the two sub tabs are there. One is as soon as to run and using a schedule. Now you can use only using a schedule. Just click on that. Frequency. This is the what it is saying that at what time or when and how to do the frequency of the scheduling. Here you can see daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, user defined, and use say saved, scheduled, whatever it is. So I can use for this one daily. Daily in the sense at what time, or you can use once, or use hourly or minute. So in this case, what I'm telling, I want to use this. I want, or else I'm saying that I want to run this particular payment process batch on every 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Let's say example, I will keep it as a demo purpose every 2 minutes. Every 2 minutes. And scheduling start date is today and end date would be, say, generally in the actually when we are working with the client, we will be scheduling these particular jobs minimum at least 5 to 10 years. Okay, with respect to service accounts, right? So you can use here 2024 or 2025. Just let's say example 24, September 30th. Just say okay. This will be universal time. Okay. Here I can see time, UTC. Okay. And notification. If you want to get any notification at all, just you can create here also. If not required, you can ignore it. Or if you want to get it, so you can keep that particular receipt email IDs here on condition. Success or on warning or on error, or keep on all also. So if I select this all and if I keep my email ID, so the particular user will be getting notification says that this is the batch got processed today, and this is the either complete or not completed or error or what is the things will as per the condition here which you have given, right? Success. So like that. Timing is not required. Cancel it. Schedule here. Yes. Yeah. After that, just go and click on submit. You'll get process ID. Just take it out this process ID. If at all in the future or later on some later, right, if you want to check this particular process which you has been scheduled out, then you should have this particular process ID. Once you go and look at this process ID, you'll get to know that how many years this got scheduled and what is the frequency of the schedule time as well as, right? So this is how we should schedule the program of PPR payment batch payment, right? So now just wait for what I will do. Just I will go and create one invoice and quickly, and we will see that that's why I have given the 2 minutes to run this program, right? So I will create here. Just go and create one invoice. The first one I have, which I have already scheduled this program every 10 minutes once, right? But now we have scheduled for every 2 minutes. Let's see, either our program will work in the sense now either it will pick the invoices or not. Let's see. So business unit is that is one. Supplier you can say as ABC something. It's a generic one. ABC. Yeah, and the invoice number is that INV 1999 and dollar sales $100. Description is a demo, and click on line value. Select $100, and here I am using distribution set as a distribution one, and click on save. Go to invoice action, click on validate. To invoice get validate. Now it won't get validate. It will go to the status as a needs revalidation, because this is the demo instance where it is happening for I don't know why. Let's see. Still is running. It will calculate the tax value. Yes, you can see here needs revalidation. So here you can see 109. That is the total invoice value of the invoice value 109. Now again go to the invoice section, click on tax, sorry, validation. So now it will get validate the status. So it get validated. So I think we are not using approval things for invoice, so that like is not required at all. So now you can see this one. So invoice got validated everything. So if you go and look at go click on manage installments, either this is check payment or no. Okay, just you can query this one invoice again. Let's say save and close. Okay, no problem. Just okay, click on save and close. Let's see some disturbance. Okay, go and click on go back to invoice. Yes, and can see here you can see one invoice got created right recently. So that is what it is showing here. Just click on here again. Here I can see status is paid status no, right? So just go and click on manage installment. See, I will tell you one more significant of the point. So this is the data which is picking for the payment. When you go and look at the under manage installment, which are the things are available under this particular installments, those things only were eligible for the payments. When you run the PPR batch, the batch, when you run that particular program, it will come and look at this information which got recorded under this particular tab. Okay, so that is the most important thing. Here you can see, yes, method is check. Okay, so now you can observe that like this is like it is getting increasing on daily, right? As I want to say, increasing like every 2 or 3 minutes once, right? If you go and click on here notification, we'll see that. So which got yeah, it got triggered 31:10, 33:9. Here you can see this is the time. And other point I will tell you, see here, Vision PPR September. This is our payment request template name till here, right? But why this came here? 30 date and timestamp. Why it came? The reason being, I will tell you, just keep in mind, whenever we are going to scheduling this payment process request templates, this process, so these things are getting scheduling automatically, right? So it will end up suffix with the time and date stamp. So when you go and look at in the real time, when you are working with a client, go and look at in the PPR batch, when you run that, right? Just scratch check that is there anything scheduled, not scheduled. If you want to find that which are the things got scheduled, just go and look at all the PPR template ending with the date and time stamp. If something is there as date and time stamp, those things got scheduled out. So that is one of the way where you can easy to identify, right? Here you can see this got already scheduled and you got processed it here. If you go and click on this one, or like you can go and look at, you'll see that particular one. So we'll go back. This is a error, system error. Don't worry about it. Go back to payables. Here, just click on payments. Here you can see. This is one which I schedule for every 10 minutes, first one. This is which I have scheduled for every 2 minutes once. Here I can see one invoice got selected. 792 got rejected with the same like a check payment. So this one is belongs to which I have created just now, right? So if you go and click on here, you can see that is that completed. Here you can see payment file processing, wait and ready for printing. Now it is ready for printing. So if you go and click on it here, you'll get the payment details. Yes, you can see here, right? ABC Consulting, and here you can see the Amount is showing as different one. I think it got picked a different invoice, I think so, which already is available for that. And here you can see our payment process profile, which we have created. Here you can see, right? Vision September 30, and the format which we have selected it, and payment processing type. When we created the payment request template, right, there we selected as which one, either printed or electronic, under the triple P. That is what it is. And here you can see standard, right? So this is how the system will pick the invoices for the payments. And here you can see creation details, payment currency and disbursement bank account name. This is account number, right? And here you can see, if you want to see the payment details, just go and click on here. This is the payment details. Still, I think go back to your payment details. Here you can see pay site. What is the supplier pay site, and remittance to address, and payment process request. What are the template which you have used, and payment file reference. This is the payment file reference file. If you go and click on that, again you can see the lot of information over there. And here you can see source product and payment function, so on, right? So like this, you can see the all the information of the payment. Here you can see the banking details. So this is done now. So this is how the system will process the or payments. Once everything looks fine, that's then, like, I will take you through other part here, which is subsequently will happen. So if you go and click on, okay, this is fine, no problem. System matter. Just go to navigation. So what are the ESG job will get triggered at the time of running this process and all? That is most important thing to understand it. So just go to the schedule process. Here you can see. See, and one more thing, just keep in mind, when you schedule this particular job, submitted by, it will come the particular user ID. The credentials will come out here. Okay. Schedule time and submission time. Okay. Here you can see from here, it is the process got selected, right? Initiate payment process request. This got scheduled, and then payable select installment report. If you go and look at this particular report, it will give the flexibility to see the which are the invoices got selected for the payment. Yeah, this is the format, right? If you want to download this one, you can go and click on republish, or if you want to see the information immediately, just click on here. This is the one, right? Here you can see payable selected installment reports. Scroll down slowly. It will give complete history of the what you have done the PPR template. Here you can see. See here, USD, unpaid amount and net amount. So for that, here you can see rejected by approver, invoice never validated. And the details will be there, the down. Yeah, here you can see. So this is how the system will give the report, which is installment report. Likewise. So for this one, I have not done anything. What I had done, just I have scheduled this program. That's all. So the business user will validate this file, these things and all, just by watching the all the programs. Something went wrong or something like not picking the invoices due to some exposure reason, then like business users will go into the particular invoice and they'll check it. The major things would be they will be checking out as method and the supply side is available or not. These are the common generic errors will come out. So now what we'll do, just come here and go to the notification again. We see that again it got picked. You can see here 41.11, right? Here you can see that is again it got picked up. So go to again payments. See here, you see the three tabs are there, right? One is that requiring attention and recently completed and recently terminated. If you want to see the recently completed one, yes, you can go and click on it here. You can see here, which I told you previously, right? It got completed successfully here. Uh, Payments records 5 got processed. If you want to see the data, you can just go and click on it here. That's all, right? Just refresh it the page, you can see the more information. So this is how you can use for our payment process request template schedule the programs. Here you can see this still is going on. Still these things are going on. This got selected again. I think it is not yet, and it is going on. So it will come out. It will close automatically once the process got completed. Yeah, that's all for today's class. Thanks for time, and we'll catch up next class.